Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss regarding the second application of Biot and Savart law, that is magnetic field on the axis of a circular loop. Magnetic field on the axis of a circular loop. In the last class we discussed regarding the magnetic field due to a long straight conductor. So in this class, the magnetic field on the axis of a circular loop, we consider a circular loop, okay, which is carrying a current I, and on this axis at point P, we are going to find what? Magnetic field, okay, magnetic field induction. So for that purpose, we consider a circular loop carrying current I with radius small a at center O, okay. This we divided entire circle into small elements, okay. We consider one such small element AB whose length is dl. Due to this dl, what is the magnetic field induction at point P? That is what we know, that due to small element dl we took dB, small magnetic field. For entire magnetic field, we have to integrate dB, we will get B, okay. Now here at point P, we are going to find the magnetic field induction dB. According to Biot-Savart law, the magnetic field due to a small element carrying current I is how much? dB is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi, or mu naught by 4 pi ideal sin theta by r square. Here theta is 90 degrees. See, actually it is ideal sin theta by r square, but theta is equal to how much? 90 degrees. Here theta is what? The angle between the small element dl and the direction of the current, and the small element dl. The angle between the direction of the current and the small element dl, theta is how much here? 90 degrees. So ideal sin 90 is what? 1. So dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal by r square. This is the magnetic field due to the small element dl carrying current I at point P. But whatever the magnetic field dB acting at point P is perpendicular to the axis. But our intention is magnetic field on the axis of a circular loop. On the axis of circular loop we are going to find. Here, whatever the magnetic field dB acting at point P is perpendicular to the axis. Hence, this magnetic field dB will be divided into two components. One component is along the axis dB sin phi, and the other is dB cos phi. So the dB will be divided into two vector components. One is along the axis, that is dB sin phi. Other is perpendicular to the axis, that is dB cos phi. But our intention is what? We are going to find the magnetic field on the axis. So we have to consider only dB sin phi, not dB. So only dB sin phi, only a component of x-axis, not y-axis. So dB sin phi. Now, due to small element dl, we are having the magnetic field how much? dB sin phi. Already we got dB into sin phi, we will get dB sin phi value, okay. But for entire circular loop, what we have to do? We have to add all the dl elements. See, for suppose we are taken other element a dash b dash, okay, like that all small elements added, which is where the current I is passing. Now all the small elements added, we will get the entire circular loop. Due to entire circular loop, the magnetic field on the point P will be V is equal to integration dB sin phi. We know that dB value how much? Mu naught by 4 pi ideal by r square into sin phi. So just take common mu naught I, because I current is constant, mu naught by 4 pi is constant. So mu naught by 4 pi I, r square is also constant. So r square will be taken outside. Integration dl into sin phi will be remain same. Okay, up to here clear? Now next here. Now from the diagram, if you see here, phi is the angle between the foot of the perpendicular and the distance between the small element to the point P. Okay, OP is the distance from the center, that is x, and the R is the distance of what? Small element dl and the point P. Now the angle between both is what? Phi. Okay, now sin phi according to the diagram from triangle OAP, okay, sin phi is how much? Opposite. Opposite side is how much? Small a by hypotenuse is how much? R. So sin phi value is how much? A by R. Sin phi value is how much? A by R, opposite by hypotenuse. Okay, now substitute that sin pi value A by R. Okay, A by R, already R square is there, it will become R cube, A by R cube. Remaining is what? DL, integration DL. If we integrate DL, nothing but what? Adding all DL elements, we will get what? Circle. Adding all DL elements, we will get circle. What is the circumference of circle? Integration of DL, we will get what? Circumference of circle. How much? 2 pi R. General formula. But the radius of the circle is how much? Small a. So 2 pi a. So 2 pi a. We got 2 pi a. Now a into a square, 2 pi. Cancel. We will remain only 2. Now r cube. Here we know that from the diagram. Right angle triangle okay, from the right angle triangle OAB or OAP. Okay, from the right angle triangle, what we have? R square is equal to A square plus X square, opposite square plus adjacent square. From this, R is equal to A square plus X square whole power 1 by 2. So, R is how much? A square plus X square whole power 1 by 2 from the diagram. Now, substitute that value, R value, and 2 pi gets cancelled, only 2. Okay, a into a square, we will get at last, okay, b is equal to mu naught I a square by 2 into, in place of r, we substituted a square plus x square whole power 1 by 2. But r cube, whole cube, so 3 by 2. Now, if this circular loop having n number of turns, it will have n number of turns, hence we have to multiply with n, capital N. If capital N is the number of turns of circular loop, because we took only one circle, one copper wire, okay, one wire, one conductor. If we have multiple turns, okay, n number of turns, then just multiply this entire expression with capital N, then we will get mu naught ni a square by 2 into a square plus a square whole power 3 by 2. This is the required expression. Okay, b is equal to mu naught ni by a square into, a square by 2 into a square plus a square whole power 3 by 2. This is what magnetic field due to circular loop. By applying Biot's law, we got this. Now, there are two cases. Okay, case 1. At the center of the coil, what is the magnetic field? If there is a circle carrying current I, at the center, how much magnetic field we have? So, to find at the center, the distance will be 0, x equal to 0. We have to keep x is equal to 0 to find the magnetic field at the center. So, x is equal to 0. Then what happens? If x is equal to 0, what happens? A square whole power 3 by 2. Nothing but what? 2 gets cancelled, a cube. A square by a cube. Nothing but what? Only, you will get only one single a in the denominator. Mu naught ni, a square a cube cancel. Mu naught ni by 2a. This is the magnetic field at the center of the coil, circuit. Okay? So this is the case 1. Case 1 is what? At the center. Now case 2. At the very far distance from the center. Very far distance from the center, what is the magnetic field? Okay? For that purpose, here the x will be more than the radius of the circuit. That is, x is greater than a. Nothing but what? We have to neglect a in denominator, not numerator. Okay? A should be 0. Then what happens? X square whole power 3 by 2, because x is very far. The circular loop is here. It is far distance. How much magnetic field? So for that purpose, the whatever in far distance A will be neglected. It will be like point. Okay. So A will be neglected. A is equal to 0. Nothing but what? X square whole power 3 by 2. 2 gets cancelled. X cube. So at last, the magnetic field at far distance is how much? Mu naught ni a square. Mu naught ni a square by 2x cube. Okay, 2x cube. This is the another formula. So we have to remember this formula. Okay, this formula at the center and also this formula. Very simple. Simple here. Okay, mu naught by 4 pi ideal sin theta by r square. Theta is equal to 90 degrees because the angle between the DL and the current direction is tan 90 perpendicular. Both are perpendicular. So mu naught by 4 pi ideal by r square. But We are going to find the along the axis, so along the axis dv sin phi, but we got dv is how much? This much into sin phi, but sin phi is equal to a by r, so substitute that values, and integration dl is equal to 2 pi a, substitute that value, and at last we will get this value. For n number of turns, we have to multiply ni a square. So simple, very simple. This is the another application of Biot-Savart law. In the next class, we will see solenoid. Okay, magnetic field to solenoid. Thank you.